Use the poll.
Welcome, everybody, to Season 8 of Evenings with Wade. I'm your host today, and let's see how many super chats we can get.
Oh wait, 0 because it's not a fucking live stream.
I can't get any super chats. Wait.
Oh yeah, because I deleted your 1K sub channel.
Well, I'm.
That? I didn't delete his channel, people. It's just a joke. His channel is deleted for copyright infringement.
Well, here's the thing. I lied about that. The real reason why I got my channel deleted was because of this son of a bitch right here.
I didn't do anything.
Well, you hacked my account after me blatantly giving you my password.
No, why did you do that?
I was dumb. It was late.
That was almost as bad as the time Timothy wanted you to put Otto in your videos.
No, Otto's in the scene. He just wants me to refilm the scene so that Otto beats Paramount up and not.
Otto kicks Paramount in the sack.
Angela kicks Peter in the balls. Wait, Peter kicks Angela in the balls.
Peter kicks Angela in the balls. Griffin, right in my nuts.
Griffin.
Oh, you guys know.
Griffin looking. He's gonna throw. He's gonna throw to Gronkowski. It's a touchdown.
He's gonna.
Griffin.
And Gronkowski's back again.
God damn it. I hate the Chiefs, but I am a Chiefs fan.
Come on, man. 2 tutties.
3 field goals. 3. That's it.
Alright, I'll be back.
Okay,
I'm not leaving the call.
good, because this is Season 8, motherfucker.
Season 8. Season 8.
And we just died in Season 8. Well, I'm gonna go take a piss. Don't be going for long, dude. Norm died. And he's still gone. I mean, probably use this time to watch some clickbait sports. This is last week's episode.
I figured out the legality there because if my channel gets shut down by Tom Brady, that would be the ultimate worst thing that could ever happen.
I was worried I was going to get shut down by Le'Veon Bell. So best, you should just have the screen, like whatever screen that off your stream and your reaction, and just let them know you're recording. And I think you're in Denver. It's a 2-party state or 1-party state.
This episode.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, Shannon Sharp taught us a lot about that.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Come on. What's the worst that could happen? You're going to jail. Yeah.
Tom Brady's going to kill you.
Yeah, Tom Brady comes and hunts you down for exposing TV. First of all, what bad is going to happen in a 90-minute session? They're not going to tell you to do a high colonic or something.
Well, I mean, that would be great stream material, though.
You don't know what a high colonic is?
I don't want to know what a high colonic.
Dude,
Like, don't even describe. Don't chat.
For a living, I know all about them.
People are saying Shakespeare versus Wildflower and Morza.
Oh,
Okay.
Now that's interesting.
Okay, now.
That would be fun. You never have me on your channel though, Tom. So
No,
I don't
you're not
know
allowed.
how
Except
that.
that one time that I had you on, literally when football was on.
Yeah, literally all those times that Tom built your entire career.
It's true.
So what the
As a
heck?
Shakespeare gamer, of course.
What are we talking about today?
Well,
Let's talk a little about Julio Jones going to the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
Remember when we were talking about last week? Where are the trades? Well, there's one.
that was the
They heard us.
big one.
The NFL heard us. The head coaches, the GMs, they heard. They were watching Clickbait Sports, and they said, "We got to get real." Here we go.
Just,
Times that Tom built your entire career.
it's true.
So what the
As a
heck?
Shakespeare gamer, of course.
What are we talking about today?
Well,
Let's talk a little about Julio Jones going to the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
Remember when we were talking about last week? Where are the trades? Well, there's one.
that was the
They heard us.
big one.
The NFL heard us. The head coaches, the GMs, they heard. They were watching Clickbait Sports, and they said, "We got to give them some material." Here we go.
Just like Divine Diablo.
Yes,
Exactly.
and also we need to talk about a certain gentleman over here and his quarterback situation.
Oh yeah,
That's
getting
all.
dicey.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. Don't know. I haven't done any Aaron Rodgers related content.
You played the fifth, but
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Deny.
Yep.
You're so deep in denial that you're probably somewhere in Egypt.
That's correct. It's the longest river in the world, so it makes sense.
Yes, it's as long as Aaron Rodgers' grievances with the Packers.
Where do we begin? What should we attack first? Brandon, you let us know. Where do we start?
Well, I feel like we're gaining some momentum with this Aaron Rodgers slander. So let's start there, and then we'll evaluate the Julio Jones trade.
I just want to say before we begin, tread lightly, buddy, because I mean,
Hey.
It
Just
takes
tread-
two to
just
tango,
tread lightly,
buddy.
because
This is the reason why I had to listen to Le'Veon Bell.
Antonio Brown's
I'm gonna get
album
you-
is double the length.
At the least possible time when you were the most miserable, I will find you, and I will make sure I exploit every ounce of misery that comes out of your body. That's all I'm going to say. Don't even think about it, dude. Dude, don't even try to butt in with me.
Will
because
fall
You're going to
like
lose
a
in the NFC
hurricane
Championship
of
game.
arrows and agony.
All I'm saying is, all I'm going to get you.
Antonio Brown's
I'm gonna get
album
you.
is double the length.
At the least possible time when you are the most miserable, I will find you, and I will make sure I exploit every ounce of misery that comes out of your body. That's all I'm going to say. Don't even think about it, dude. Dude, don't even try to butt in with me.
Will
Because
fall
you're going to
like
lose
a
in the NFC
hurricane
Championship
of
game.
arrows and agony.
All I'm saying is, wait until the Twitch contract is up,
Scooter, you're
and
screwed.
Team Magruder comes through. That's all I'm saying. Wait until Team Magruder is unleashed. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I already did that. I did it in a frantic rage at the Cleveland Browns.
Wait until Team Magruder is unleashed. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I already did that. I did it in a frantic rage at the Cleveland Browns game.
$150 super chat for a Corvette TikTok. I don't even think
It's going to be a war
money off
between me and Tom, and you guys are just sit here enjoying the popcorn. What's going to be?
Yeah, guys, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Trey, I want to hear your opinions on it.
Well, my opinion is simple. This dealt with a couple years ago. It's probably happened when Mark Murphy was still executive, and he still is, but this was when the Sherman was still your GM. They neglected him for years. He felt wasted, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like in certain jobs, even if they try and fix everything, sometimes it's too far gone. I mean, it's happened to me. It's happened probably a
What about
bunch of,
Sherman for?
I don't know, General Sherman burning down Lambeau Field. I don't know. Maybe he takes a trip up to Green Bay. I don't know.
So
Can we just break down the situation for those unaware of what's even happening? They just jumped in the stream right now. They don't have no idea what we're talking about. Tom, break it down. Break down the situation.
I got you. All right, so listen, here's the thing. So on draft day, one Adam Schefter was just like, haha, I'm going to ruin Packers fans live. Releasing this story, which was just an accumulation of information.
Correct information.
Basically, I'm sorry, what's that, Brenda?
Correct information.
That Aaron Rodgers had some grievances with the Green Bay Packers. This snowballed, and there was lots of media talking about, is it about the Jordan Love pick? Is it about the fact that he doesn't have any input on who's getting drafted? Blah, 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 right? All of this stuff kind of just floating all over the place. The most recent news, and I would say kind of the biggest news that we've gotten, was from James Jones, which just came out. In which James Jones basically was like, yeah, I'm not going to tell you the number one gripe he has with the team, but Aaron's super pissed that a whole bunch of people have left Green Bay. So it wasn't people that came in, it was people that left. So like a Jordy Nelson, for example, who we had a great rapport with. And then you had guys like Julius Peppers, Charles Woodson, Randall Cobb, all of these guys. But at Clay Matthews, but at the same time, and I highlighted this, after Rodgers lost, after the Packers lost in the 2020 NFC Championship game against the Niners, after that, he literally went on in his press conference and praised Goody to the moon. I was like, I have so much faith in him and so much trust in him. And then the Packers drafted Jordan Love. So I think it's just a culmination of a number of issues. So it's the people that have left, and then I would assume he's like, oh, well, I'm getting ushered out as well. So, screw you guys, I'm going to go win an MVP.
Do you think that Goody let that compliment blindsided him? Aaron Rodgers gives him his all this praise, right? And he's like, I've got to live up to these expectations. And then draft night, he's like, oh, shoot, Jordan Love. And just botched the whole thing because of the pressure was too much.
But I think they were planning on getting a quarterback regardless. I mean, Aaron Rodgers even alluded to that as well and flat out said, anybody they bring in, I'm going to beat out. I really don't care. This was before the draft. And then a QB got drafted, and this entire storm, kind of started.
But also got you your big break.
There's also some stuff that you did not mention, because now it's so far that he's actually getting fined now by the team every day he does not show up.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So
set that up.
He opted out of OTAs, so he missed out on $500,000. Then for minicamp, there's 3 days of minicamp. Today was the last day. He missed out, I think, $93,000. The big money starts to come for training camp. For training camp, he misses $50,000 a day for every single one.
So they have to fine him for that.
And when does training camp start?
They could excuse it. It's still late July, mid-July, something like that.
So it's right around the corner. Okay. The deadline is coming up. The pressure is there.
Well,
are you scared? What's going through your head right now? The biggest
I'm not nervous because
no fear at all.
No,
I saw this coming.
It's not that I saw this coming. No, I think at this point, Aaron Rodgers has no leverage, and I mean that. And I love Aaron Rodgers to death. He doesn't though, because if the Packers go, I'm not trading you this year, he's either retiring, which I don't think he's going to do. He's opting out, which he's going to have to pay the Packers about $30 million, or he plays football for them. Those are the only 3 options. So at the end of the day, I can't do anything about it, and the Packers can't do anything about it. It's about Aaron Rodgers saying, yes, I'm going to play for you, or no, I'm not going to.
But how would you feel if he opted out or retired?
I mean, I'd, of course, be bummed out, and that would suck, but, I'm looking at it of, I can't do anything about it, so there's no point in me panicking just yet. I'll panic when it happens. And then
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'll panic when it happens.
My big thing,
and then I will strike.
My big perplexion with this, if that's even a word, perplexion, I don't know if it comes.
You're Shakespeare. You can make up words.
Yes, I don't make up words. I don't understand what he's saying to the Packers by holding out, right? If he wants to win a Super Bowl with the Packers, don't you think he should be there working with the guys at the minicamp? Either that, or he is just what is he trying to prove by not showing up? Either he doesn't like doing the workouts, but you would think, is there any other big-name quarterback that's not in camp that's holding out? No. Tom Brady's in his mandatory minicamp, isn't he?
Well, Sean Watson's the only other one, but that's for other reasons.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For happy endings that were allegedly done.
Okay. So Tom Brady is out trying to win a Super Bowl next year. Aaron Rodgers has got beef. It's like he's giving his wife the silent treatment, knowing that they're going to get back together again afterwards. He's just being really petty to me. Is like what he's doing, and it's,
what are the Packers fans thinking about this? Like, what's the sentiment to the fans?
They're divided. Like, Mark Murphy came out and literally said this in like his monthly article, and basically said that like it's divided the fan base. Like, half the people already like Rodgers a crybaby, like just let him go, and then the other half are like Packers should bend over backwards to like bring him back. But I have to say, like, him missing OTAs for me is not the worst thing in the world, simply because Jordan Love didn't have a preseason, and right now Jordan Love is getting to practice with the first offense. So, like, I actually like that a lot because it's going to help his development, and Jordan Love is going to benefit from those snaps significantly more than Aaron Rodgers over 3 days.
I think that what's interesting, though, is Rodgers is always at these things, right? Like, he's never missed this stuff before. I think he wouldn't have put his $5,000 workout bonus into the voluntary things if at the time he didn't think he was, not going to be there. And it's such like a little thing for him to not show up to, but it is also him for the first time actually being able to say, like, I am not happy. This is my first step that I can take to do it. I agree with Tom. I don't think it means much that he's not there right now. But since Tom and I were waiting to make videos about this, we were definitely looking for this day to be like, there we go. That's a little story. If he did show up, it would have been a huge story because everybody would be like, oh, he's coming back to the Packers. He's coming back to the Packers. Yeah.
I want to get you guys
just trying to help us YouTubers out a little bit because now we've got at least a month more projecting what's going to happen with Rodgers until he does or doesn't show up to training camp.
I want to get your guys' opinions on this because I think this is really just speaking to a larger issue that I've been seeing trending, and it's just player empowerment. There was a tweet I saw the other day. It was like, one NBA GM hates that all the players have the power now. Like, they're the ones dictating, I want fully guaranteed. I want this many years. What do you guys think about players calling the shots now? It's not the GMs that have the power so much now. We're seeing a sort of a shift. What are your thoughts?
Was that GM's name Headley Lamar? Oh, okay, that's a really old reference.
That was...
It's as old as your Shakespeare.
No.
Maybe older than this Shakespeare. That might be from the time of Charlemagne.
I laughed at it anyway, Adam, even though I didn't get the rest.
Okay. Yeah, when you go see Blazing Saddles, you'll understand.
Player empowerment, though.
Yeah, so to that point, I think we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago, or maybe we were going to and we didn't. That article that came out about Tom Brady and like how Bruce Arians were like, hey, I want you to go and like scout wide receivers. And like Aaron Rodgers would be like sitting at home like breaking things in half of like, I wish the Packers would let me do that. I think that from a player perspective, players should do everything in their power to get the most out of football. And because there is such a limited time frame for their bodies, like to literally handle that, get as much as you possibly can. I think it's a different conversation, and this is even with Aaron Rodgers as well. Aaron Rodgers might be upset that like Jordy Nelson left or Julius Peppers left and like all these guys. The majority of the guys I mentioned, though, didn't go on to other teams and have like amazing careers or play really well. Like it did, like Casey Hayward did that, Micah Hyde did that. Like they went on and they played really well, and the Packers were like, oh, that kind of sucks. But like Nelson went to the Raiders, he had like 700 yards and like 3 touchdowns. But like Randall Cobb went to the Cowboys, as you know, Scooter, didn't do a whole lot. Julius Peppers went back to Carolina and didn't do a whole lot. So, like, I think there's just a very big difference between, like, the GM's role and then a leader of a team like a quarterback, because the GM has, like, hey, I need to watch out for the whole team, and I know that you might think that this is the best for the team, but I'm just, like, looking further ahead than you. I'm looking at a more macro level. That being said, Aaron Rodgers having some input in the team, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with him asking for that, because I think he's earned it. It just doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get listened to.
I think all quarterbacks should also be NFL team GMs.
Aren't they kind of are already?
Let's just make it official.
Quarterbacks don't have.
Let's just make it official. Daniel Jones, right now, GM of the Giants.
It'd probably be an improvement over Gesserman. Like that. Daniel, do you fancy yourself a GM?
I think you made a lot of great points there, Tom. But also, this is also why I will never get mad at any player holding out. I won't get mad at any player when it comes time to a contractual dispute, especially in the NFL, because contracts aren't guaranteed in the NFL. Like, you can sign a $100 million contract and they cut you next year and you don't get any of that money. So, to me, I'm always for the players over the GMs, over the owners. Because no matter what, the presidents, the GMs, the owners, they're going to have that job for as long as they want that job. A player, it's only going to have that job max, 18 seasons if you're LeBron James? But if you're playing football, average length of a football career is 4 years. So get yours.
But
Get yours.
Some of these owners, when they buy into the league, they take a huge risk. Okay, it's one thing to buy a franchise or buy something at McDonald's that's a couple bucks, or write a $5 billion check to get on the NFL.
People
You're
tend to
taking
forget.
a lot of risk. Now,
Sport is business, because at the same time, if you don't put out a good product on the field, you say the GMs and the coaches have a long history too. They are able to create jobs and be able to stay there for.
His phone probably died. That's all right.
Well, a lot of GMs don't. There are GMs that always stay there for 7 or 8 years. They get fired. If they screw up, their vision doesn't last. I'm not saying they don't have power. It's a two-way street. You can't just let the players have all the power, because, or else, you're going to lose loyalty from your fans. It's okay, what if this guy leaves? You have a situation like the NBA where you're not really following teams, you're following players. Because, look at the NBA. You're following, LeBron, Steph Curry, James Harden, KD, Kyrie, Russell Westbrook.
Nobody's following Jokic? What are you talking about?
No, we follow Giannis, not Jokic.
You're not following Jokic.
I don't think the NFL is constructed in that way. It's such a team game where Tom Brady did leave and go to Tampa and win a Super Bowl, but that was a very Super Bowl ready team in terms of defense, for sure. I don't think the NFL is constructed in the way basketball. You have 3 players out there like KD, Harden, and Kyrie. They took the Nets, which were hot garbage, and are making them into almost a slam dunk lock to win the NBA.
But remember how they were constructed, though. KD and Kyrie came in free agency. James Harden pulled that huge stunt with Houston, with the allegedly huge guy getting out of shape. Kyrie went out partying, so he wouldn't be part of the return of the trade. Blake Griffin faked a knee injury, and suddenly, first day he's back in Brooklyn, he's doing alley-oops like he was back in last week. So it's bro, what are we doing? It's and if you're an NBA executive, I feel like you're resentful. And if they win a championship, what's to stop, say, Giannis from saying, "Oh no, I want to be in LA because my brother's with the Lakers. Move me and my brother, trade me, and we'll go play with LeBron and AD, and we'll get another ring." What's to stop him from doing that? As I said, once again, when you give them too much power,
do you think that's wrong, though? Do you think that's wrong? Do you
the way they did it, yes.
Do you disagree with that? Do you disagree with a player being like, "Yo, I want to go play with my brother, trade me"?
Well, the problem is also there's guaranteed contracts. That's the problem. And there's also ways that stop, say, a player getting a veteran minimum. Say LeBron James goes for $700,000 to LA to form a super team. And that's an issue with the NBA, I feel like.
That example you just gave, I wouldn't be upset. I would not be upset if Giannis forced his way to LA. I wouldn't be upset if any player forced their way anywhere. Because if you think about it, that's what GMs do every day. GMs decide where players go every day. So what's the difference? If a player says, "Yo, I don't want to go there. I want to go here."
Well, there's also no trade clauses and modified no movement clauses, especially in the NHL. So they do have a say in that regard.
I used to think the other way. I used to be like, wherever you get drafted, you play, until I heard Bill Curry say, what's wrong with a guy in America wanting to go work in a town that he wants to work in, right? Like, or work for a team that he. Then I was like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Like,
That's
you're
what free
not
agency's
property, right? Like, you're allowed to want to. Like, if you grew up in, like, I don't blame Tavares, John Tavares, for playing for the Maple Leafs. Like, he grew up as a Maple Leafs fan. Like, I don't fault the players for wanting that. I just had a thought though that is a little tangential to this. Is what if Bronny James is ready for the draft and some petty team takes him right in front of the Lakers to hold them as Bronny as ransom?
The Magic.
Yeah, like the Magic take him.
We're not trading him either.
Tavares for playing for the Maple Leafs. Like he grew up as a Maple Leafs fan. Like I don't fault the players for wanting that. I just had a thought though that is a little tangential to this. Is what if Bronny James is ready for the draft and some petty team takes him right in front of the Lakers to hold them as Bronny as ransom?
The Magic.
Yeah, like the Magic take him.
We're not trading him either.
It's going to be the Thunder. It's going to be the Thunder.
No, to get LeBron to play with Bronny. Like, that would be just so fitting for that to happen. 4D chess.
Let me explain something here. Paul made very excellent points. And like Scooter, I support players getting paid. The more you pay attention to the NFL, you realize how tricky that can be for the lower tier players. But what I support more than that is players getting paid until it's better for my team to not pay them.
Exactly.
Then I support my team getting rid of them, cutting them, trading them, because it just happened to the Broncos with Juwan James. And it's going to possibly set the standard for how players getting injured away from the facility is handled by the NFL, because Broncos got out of paying him $10 million this season. He wasn't going to play all year. So for my team, it was better for them to move on from Juwan James. Right or wrong, I supported the move that helped my team. And that's like how fans
I feel like the Broncos
right?
would rather have a fully healthy Juwan James starting at right tackle, though.
What's that?
I feel like the Broncos would rather have a fully healthy Juwan James starting at right tackle, though, and him not having injury.
Yeah, we just have that.
You bring up a great point, Brandon, is that as fans, we are able, and we should be able, to always separate the human of the players on the field, because we really don't, and this kind of sucks, and I think we do, maybe afterwards, we don't care about the players' emotions when we need a first down. Okay?
Of course.
We don't care about anything when we're like, we need to convert this 4th and 10 with 7 points. I don't care what your mental state is, Daniel Jones. Throw the ball through a tight window and complete that pass. And then maybe after the game, if they show them on the sideline sad, you're like, oh man, that sucks. I'm sure that's terrible. But in the moment, we needed that first down.
Yeah. That's accurate. Fans are crazy.
You're not. It's a cruel way to do things, but at the end of the day, it's like employees. If you're not producing on the job, they're going to cut you. They're going to lay you off. They're going to fire you. Unfortunately, we've been conditioned to this. I mean, it's from a human perspective. But at the end of the day, I hope a pro athlete is taught the risks of their profession. Sometimes you're going to. It's unfair. But it's a whole reality. I think this is a great opportunity to pick to Julio Jones and talking about this is how I really the Falcons drafting my boy Kyle Pitts. Like I thought they would just go in and form the best wide receiver trio the league has ever seen. Not the case though, and Julio wanted out. We saw what happened on Shannon Sharp's show. We now know that he did not know he was live when he was talking on that show. Wow, they get a tough one. But he is a type now. Who
wants to take the floor? How is this going to shake up? 5?
No, well, I think we can talk about that a little bit more. But my big thing with this whole trade brings up something even bigger than the actual trade, which is philosophical discussion for us and the chat to determine what is better, taking an assist or that has been my mind for a while here. What would you rather have? What would you rather have your team do? Is take a high, like first or second round pick, or take a proven talent? To me,
You're asking about the team. You're asking should every franchise like the Rams?
Yes.
Like, yes. That's all they do is find veteran players and switch around money and make trades, and it kind of works.
It just depends on how ready that team is. Basically, what the Titans were saying is, we think we're Super Bowl ready. We think we're one piece away, and that piece is Julio Jones.
Well,
Go out, and we're going to trade for him. They might not have known that their quarterback is still Tannehill.
oh, Tammy's good.
Don't sleep on Ryan Tannehill. He's pretty good games. I think he's but I'm not awakening either. Put it like that.
Just
I'm not
because
thinking.
Tannehill is better than Dak Prescott doesn't mean you got to come at him with the smoke. Come on.
Tom, as a team that is in the same predicament of trading away a very established NFL player for potentially drafted, what is your opinion on that?
I think so. Honestly, when it comes, so I have two schools of thought here. So because the Packers are the complete opposite of that, right? Like they are pure draft and develop, especially under Ted Thompson, to almost a frustrating degree. If you're really good at scouting and drafting, then that's a great strategy because you're going to be contenders for a really, really long time, right? However, I would also argue that like after the 20th season, maybe even after 2014, the Packers do not win a lot of those games without Aaron Rodgers. They fall down to like all the way down into the 20s in the 2005 draft, and they struck gold. So I think that it's just a matter of how much do you believe in that front office and the scouting department, because if they have proven that they can draft well, then I say draft and develop all day, and every now and then you dip your toe in like we did in 2018, where we brought a bunch of guys in and we went to back-to-back NFC championship games. But I like being competitive in the long term. I always like that more than like go all in, because sometimes it works with the Broncos, right, with Peyton Manning, and then sometimes you turn into the Rams, where you go to the Super Bowl and then you fall off and you don't even win one. So
yeah, well, if you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning, you can draft a bunch of average players who are going to be better on that team.
Sure.
The Broncos they had Manning, they got to the Super Bowl, and then they got their ass kicked by the Seahawks, and then John Elway doubled down on the defense and swung in free agency by bringing in DeMarcus Ware, T.J. Ward, Aqib Talib, and they got Emmanuel Sanders that free agency period. It took 2 seasons, but it paid off. But you have to have something there. And the Titans, I love Julio going there. I think he's going to be great. But they lost Corey Davis and Johnny Smith. Julio make up for their production together, and the Titans are going to be the exact same team. Unless their defense is better, they're going to lose in the playoffs, probably in the first or second round. They're going to be exactly the same with Julio.
Yeah, the defense is what they would remind me I think their offense can be really, really good. I really think they can. But Packers, their offense was unstoppable, and their defense was just oh, come on in, and they got destroyed by the Giants in the divisional round. So, I think that you could have a similar situation. However, I think Caleb Farley, if he's healthy, is a home run. So I don't think he's going to fix that team. But they also got rid of Adoree Jackson. They
brought in Genoa Jenkins.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't believe in the defense at all. But I think that it'll be a really fun AFC South between the Colts and the Titans, because they're two completely different teams. And I'm curious to see that defense go up against that offense.
Hey Tom, are you in the middle of your AFC South video?
No. Today is actually an AFC West team.
Oh, here's a question. Here's a question for everyone here.
It's not the Broncos.
We're talking about being one piece away. So let's just go through. And if your team is one piece away from winning, who is that one player that your team can get?
Check.
That is not Aaron Rodgers. That can put your team, you think, in the Super Bowl. One player away? Honestly, if the Cowboys never got rid of Byron Jones, I would say we're right there. Our defense is right there locking people down. So if we kept Byron Jones, that's our player, I would say, one player away. Even with all these 19 cornerbacks coming in that we drafted. What is the Kemp? What are you doing, Kemp? Stop wasting your money with these lies. Hey. Don't Kemp!
5 a day.
Wow. That's how it's
perfect.
going.
That's perfect. 5 a day is just one. 5 a day is just one.
I think
For the Giants, their one piece is Quiddy Pay. So
He's a Colt, so
not for long.
I was about to change it to 5 a day. Somebody else did it for me.
That was me.
there you go. Look at us. We're on
So
top.
I think the Broncos are Aaron Rodgers, right?
We're Aaron Rodgers away. I mean, yesterday, Kareem Jackson said Deshaun Watson still texting him, telling him to tell him that he wants to be here in Denver. It's like nobody wants to see that more than Packers fans.
George.
It brings up a whole moral and ethical situation we have to sort out. But yeah, I would say Aaron Rodgers. My second choice still is Gardner Minshew, though. Give me Gardner, and even if we go down in flames,
I'm writing down all of these usernames. I have someone in the chat. Writing
Plus,
down
we
all
flew
these
over the mountains.
Okay,
You
we're gonna
just made
find
the
you.
list.
We will find you.
Hey,
I'm just letting you know.
Jared did
Let
want
me
to
know.
draft Johnny, so that's pretty valid, right?
Yeah, and Steven literally had to keep the phone down.
It's like,
Be like, give me your phone.
For the
I am
Steelers,
so-
personally, I think they should make a trade for Aaron Rodgers. Ben Roethlisberger in the 4th round pick of that.
I think trade, if I have to say so personally, myself. I would do that. Chat, what are we thinking?
I mean, I do it as a Steelers fan, but I mean, they're not going to do it.
There's blasphemy. Can anybody in the chat, can we name other things that are better than Dak Prescott?
John Watson, but I mean, technically,
When the Cowboys go 17-0, not only will I be receiving a signed, authentic Arizona Cardinals Emmitt Smith jersey from Tom, but I will receive the full support of Tomunism once that occurs. I think I get the intellectual property for Wildflower once the Cowboys go 17-0.
Oh, buddy. You couldn't handle Wildflower. You couldn't even.
Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci.
DiNucci.
Ben
Man, you think DiNucci's better than Dak? Man, that's a hot take.
I don't know that one. You can comment as an admin on my Twitch.
Yeah, you just
I am deactivating my access to Twitch immediately.
Ben DiNucci.
What the heck is this? Chat, you see this? You see this?
DiNucci, DiNucci, bro. Just retribution.
Bro, stop commenting as me on my
Listen,
stream.
everyone deserves
Brocktober.
Oh, the Brocktober.
What is this?
Because I would take Dak Prescott as my quarterback in a heartbeat.
Same here. Same here.
Next,
Daniel Jones? See you, buddy. Sorry. But,
Here we go. I'm with it.
Check.
just saying, I would love to have.
Oh, wait. Yeah, my baby better than Dak. She's been on IR with Dak.
Alright, so
I guess we've talked ourselves out. I did want to add a new segment into the show.
Quincy Carter.
I don't know if this is going to be good for the show or bad, or if this is going to work at all.
Quincy.
Oh, Quincy. I watched a lot of Quincy Carter ball.
Longest yard.
I watched too much of Quincy Carter.
Yeah. Nathan Peterman.
Scooter. I just want to say one thing to Scooter. I just want to know how this name makes you feel. Marco Wilson.
Ooh. Listen.
Hold on.
At a certain time in my life, that name might have triggered anxieties, hatred, fear, the list can go on. But fortunately, through counseling and prayer, now I just see a former Gator alum, and I wish him the best. Nothing but the best in his life.
This is Scooter up on the high road.
Stony Rivers.
Like it.
I haven't heard that name in like 20 years. Stony Case. That's like, who it is. I think I'm joking, but like someone's writing down every username. Like literally everything. Getting the IP addresses, everything. We're coming. We're coming for you.
Just a knock on the door and Scooter standing there.
I'm sorry, anyone who said Trace McSorley was better than...
Oh, guys. Before we end, I need to... Last time I said...
We're doing the segment?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, the segment was, and I don't know if this is going to work, was towards Truth or Dare.
What? That's not what I was going to say at all, but we can do Truth or Dare.
That's what I was going to do. It was going to be 2021, maybe on Bell's album.
Dare me to take off all my clothes.
I think anything is off limits or anything is on limits. No cussing. How about what happens if you decline to answer the question? Like I guess you have to do the dare. Is that?
Oh, I mean, how would we get it? Like, describe your worst sexual experience in vivid detail.
No, that is true.
Okay, I'll start.
I was going to talk about doing a Madden League on our YouTube channel.
You were going to talk about something normal, Scooter?
I refuse to buy Madden.
I was talking about, and chat, you let us know.
Folks, just make sure you donate to Tree. Just make sure. Make sure you donate to Tree. Just make sure you donate to Tree.
We've been talking about this off stream potentially, but during the season, if we all would play a season, a franchise of Madden, and like if our teams play each other, the Cowboys play the Broncos, Cowboys play the Giants, then I would play against 5 points on my main channel and vice versa. Like my on his channel.
That was me. Damn.
So I'm just teasing the idea with you guys. What do you guys think about that? Would you be down to watch something like that? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 if you're just here so you won't be fine. But we're just testing to see the sentiment real quick. Would that be something you guys are interested in? Just like a weekly, and we try and find the different things that go along with that.
I think we should just play Minesweeper every Thursday on here. And if we could be the biggest gaming channel and all we ever do is play Minesweeper,
We got a 500 there.
that would be...
Oh my!
Oh, yes. That would be Tom. Tom just made $500.
So I
Congratulations! You're punished! I've got
This is going to be glorious, and we need to make it at least twice as bad as 5 days.
I know what Tom's punishment is going to be. He's going to have to do a rap song.
Oh,
Goodbye to Aaron Rodgers.
whoa! A freestyle? I heard you can freestyle now.
He's gonna have to write it out. He's
Right.
gonna have to feel like he's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to pick the beat from stock music, and he's gonna have to do a rap song like a Goodbye to Aaron rap song.
Oh.
And he's gonna I like this.
Donate to tree. Donate to tree.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's done. Like, don't donate to tree. It's over. Like, it's a wrap. You're just wasting your money.
Man. You're done.
You will have to get a stop.
I like this idea for several reasons. Let me tell you why. One, when he does leave, you're ahead of the game. Like, your video's already done. It's already out. You don't have to worry about anything, right? Two, I got a new ringtone, you see, every time you're calling me now, Tom. Boom! We cover multiple here on Clickbait Sports. Check.
I'm never calling any of you again.
If you're okay with that, type that in the comments right now. We're going to be ending shortly, so get all
I think there's an extra long show tonight just to
get all the donations. And like I said, I went in freaking Steve Stephen.
Tom rap like really badly because he claims that he can rap, and
he does claim that. Like, I'm down for a rap battle at any time. Like, freestyle off the top, anytime, any place. Anyone here can get it. Let's do it right now. Drop the beat. I'm so serious. Drop the beat. Anytime, any place.
Hold on.
But I am excited. Okay. After the second part, like, it was going good. And then you said "da," like, after
the tree, how much is this?
All right. Well, I got the beat by
Norwegian kroner.
You can have a way.
Maybe like 100.
Whoa.
Everyone in my chat is commenting, I'm okay with that.
They're trying to like.
Literally, everyone in my chat is commenting, I'm okay with that.
All right, hold on. Tell me if you can hear them.
Like, this way it's going to be a double punishment.
Ooh, okay. A little bit.
Yeah, I have barely any of that.
Adjust the volume though.
Oh! Listen.
All right, Scooter, right?
Okay.
His volume is
Listen, I'm coming through, and you know I got the wisdom. We about to kill communism. Listen, this is not a debate. I just do it every day. There is no hate. Listen, we getting it done on clickbait. I can't really hear the beat. Wait, turn it up a little more, please. You already know I got Steez. That meme style. I can do this for a while. All of you people are my child. You're my children. The beat, but I keep building. Okay, what he said, all right, but you can't do it like me. I do it too tight. Listen, I've been listening to Harry Mack on YouTube, and that's a fact. The man is a beast. Let me tell you, I'm running out of words to rhyme. Listen, it dropped. The rhyme it stopped sometimes.
Yeah.
But turn it up. We keep going.
Okay. Can
we keep
you
going.
hear the beat? Because it's coming through like pretty loud.
I was really hoping that you were going to be like Eminem in 8 Mile when he couldn't hear the beat anymore, and he just. I expected that.
It wasn't that. Like, these were very basic elementary rhymes, but we. Stop on the stream now.
Tom, can you hear the beat through the speaker?
I really loud, but I did not hear a single beat.
Oh. Because it's coming through on the stream.
You can set it up.
There's got to be a
I
way.
might have to put on headphones.
I don't know why my audio. I guess that's tough for. Okay, but
It's okay. We'll set it up.
When you're doing
We'll set it up.
the raps, you put the headphones on anyway.
that's right. Because you have to pretend that you're in the studio and you're just like,
Yeah.
I got this. Here, let me read my gentleman comment.
Adam about and I got this.
And he just walks off the stage.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't play the beat for everyone to hear, unfortunately. So. All right, are we gonna wrap this show? I guess we never truth or dare here.
Wrap this show? I'm still on top of this? Oh.
You meant to do that. There was for one night stand.
No, I've never had a one-night stand. Actually, I'm waiting till marriage. So there's that for you.
Wow, he's a Timmy T. Nice.
That's a big thing to learn.
That is an actual factual. I've actually never said that anywhere. So this is a clickbait sports history.
Tom,
We need
tell
to
me about
title
your
this
worst.
episode now.
Tom, tell me about your worst one-night stand.
I've had a hookup, but I haven't had a one-night stand.
Isn't a hookup a one-night stand the same thing?
Oh, I guess for the lingo now. I mean,
like, hooking up can involve repeating. But still, I feel like they're kind of comparable.
so if it happened multiple times with the same person.
Well, yeah, that's kind of.
But the first one, no. A one-night stand is you took someone home.
Correct. No, I know the definitions. That's what I'm saying. I haven't had one of those.
So no one here has. All right.
Well, I mean, I've had one-night stands.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably the most awkward one here, and I've had one-night stands. So that should be safe.
Doesn't count, Tree.
Well, I mean, that is the French. That's one night. What the
Tree. What is the total? What is the heaviest you've gone? How did this devolve into a
heaviest I've done?
You could give an estimate. It's okay.
I don't know, like 275 for I don't know.
Has this turned into a sex shaming episode?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
You gotta phrase the question in the form of a football question.
Who cares? Who cares?
What
The biggest
position?
block? What is? Wow.
Is that the top? Or is that the tree?
It's just $1,000.
Alright. What did we say was the punishment? Because I think it needs to be crap. Love this beat right. I'm gonna send it to Tom.
I think Tom has to contribute $1,000 to my child's college fund.
We need to make the punishment.
I think, yeah, we need to do a special punishment for Tom, especially since he's been relishing in a bunch of our punishments.
Yeah.
When
Let's think about it.
Shooter, you need to get punished too. Don't think.
No. We're talking about Tom.
I said this earlier. His punishment is watching the Dallas Cowboys this year. That's
I
it.
think guys. Let's put it up.
More, but
I have an
How
idea.
it's going. Next week, Scooter's getting punished regardless. It's going to be a double punishment. Whoever gets the super chats plus Scooter.
I have an idea. When we get close to the football season, because there will be more people watching, I think we try to get Tom $10,000 in super chats, and he has to buy like a 1996 Honda Civic. He has to buy $10,000 that we get him in the super chats. Not a great punishment because he's going to have to purchase the car. He's going to have to get insurance for it. It's going to be and all whatever deal you can find.
Wrap, head and shoulders wrap of the car. Like that's what I'm thinking we do.
Oh, please don't make the punishment.
Oh, head and shoulders, guys. Let's go to head and shoulders.
Purple and yellow in Vikings colors. And he's going to have to drive around Westchester.
No.
What is the most expensive product Head and Shoulders has?
no, we need to send him a bunch of samples.
Does he have to incorporate anything? Does he have to incorporate shoulders into the wrap? Is that what we do as well? Like he has to include that word so we know that he's taking this seriously? This is great.
What is he supposed to do with the car, Brandon? Why does he have to buy a car?
Because it's such a pain in the ass.
It's true. It takes all. Why does it take all day to buy a car? It literally takes like you could walk in, decide to buy a car, and it'll take 10 years before you're out of it.
Do we make him make a testimonial Head and Shoulders review video on how it changed his life after using the classic clean daily shampoo? Like make him get a Fiverr editor, video editor, can edit a montage of how Head and Shoulders changed this man's life.
I think he should rap about Head and Shoulders.
The world's #1 shampoo and #1 derm recommended brand.
Nah, he should rap about Head and Shoulders. He should do a song about Head and Shoulders, and it better be good. Or if we don't think it's good enough, if it's trash, then he's gonna have to do a different rap.
Wow.
After that.
We're gonna get in the car though.
Yeah, we're going to get him
Punish you.
We're gonna get him.
Oh, hold on. I got something. Maybe we can incorporate this. Chat. Leave us some comments.
I have an idea. Montage of their past 10 NFC championship games.
This one says he should probably place the Head and Shoulders behind him in videos. Just
Right on top of the P deck.
Instead of getting a Lombardi trophy, Head and Shoulders.
exactly.
Can you guys explain to me what the Head and Shoulders
Head and Shoulders shirt. Let's see right here. Head and Shoulders shirt.
Yeah,
Go here.
No. Okay. We need him to right now. That's start right now.
I technically haven't lost yet.
Yeah.
Nope.
You lost. I mean, I don't know. I probably lost, but let's. No, let's do what you have first.
You have $1,000?
I'll go first. I have $120. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You know what? You punished enough, and you did a fantastic job, Father Days.
I'll go second. I got 1 Twitch subscription. That's $4.99. Crucial. Can we get some W's in the chat? Let's go.
Your time will come too.
It will come.
Pity.
It will come.
There's an extra hundo out of the middle of nowhere for me.
That's not to be. That's not to be.
Good.
Brandon, what are we looking at?
$150. Thank you, guys.
Crucial.
Thank you.
Crucial.
Well, okay. It's between you and me because I feel like we're just about. Okay. Should we? Yes.
I have over 1,000 too.
Oh God.
Apologies.
No, RDT. Hey, the guy that is on the other end of the Head and Shoulders story is in the chat right now.
Oh.
Okay, so as we do the let's do the reveal and let's get to the story.
Oh, all right. So, or you want me to tell the story first? I'll tell the story first.
Make it the quick version.
Okay, quick version of the story. So, this company reached out to me, and they were hired on behalf of Head and Shoulders when they were doing that product campaign between Pat Mahomes and Troy Polamalu of like offense versus defense from a couple years ago. So they reached out to me and basically said like, "Hey, would you be interested in the Super Bowl? You'd go to NFL Honors. You'd have a meet and greet with Troy Polamalu." So I was like, "Oh my God, of course I would be interested." So we talked back a little bit, right? So what winds up happening is I'm driving home. I'm from the airport, from picking up my dad at the airport, and I get an email saying like, "Congratulations! Let us know what airport you want us to pick you up from, because like you're going to go to the Super Bowl." And I'm like losing my mind. This is incredible. I hate you, EA. Like it so, and not 20 minutes later, another email from that same person going, "I'm so sorry, I sent that to the wrong person. The company has decided to go in a different direction." And instead of getting Super Bowl tickets, what they gave me was sample sizes of Head and Shoulders as a reward instead. And the person who went and got that instead of me wound up asking Troy Polamalu about like that Pat McAfee play, that like when McAfee was like going to go and got on the Pat McAfee show because of it.
Wow.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
that's Head and Shoulders.
Full circle.
I have tickets, right? You said
All right,
tickets.
let's
I'm
total
very
it up.
curious.
Come
Well,
on.
I got an extra now because of EA, so
I put this here when it gets real dry.
okay. I got 14.
14.
I can win! I
Buzzer beaters.
Listen,
buzzer beaters. You have 2 minutes.
Eat it, Tom!
You have 2 minutes for buzzer beaters.
Be over.
Here. And guess what it is? It's Aaron Rodgers. And he's going to the Broncos.
You thought you could get away with making me listen to Le'Veon? No. Your punishment's going to be 10 times worse than Le'Veon Bell. Your hair is going to be full of that luxury, rich goodness of Head and Shoulders. And not only that, it's going to be all over you. You're going to be Head and Shoulders, so you have to live with it for the rest of your life. How do you feel about that, man? How do you feel?
Tom has to do the whole show with Head and Shoulders in his wet hair.
I like make him use Head and Shoulders for at least 30 days. Please don't eat yes! Oh,
I really hate if someone gives me $2,000.
Now let's trees. I think trees should have to rap. Trees should have to rap about Ben Roethlisberger.
No, he's listening to the entirety of the Antonio Brown album. I don't even care.
The entirety of the AB album.
I think over an hour, and you gotta critique all of that crap.
It's only fair. Like, I think he has to listen to it, critique it, and then.
What? He ain't donated $150. Tree. What do you want to do?
They reviewed the play. They reviewed 5.
I'm at 1.6. Yes!
Wow. Okay, so we're back to punishment for Tom. I'm saying we have to get him to wear Head and Shoulders. Fucking wins, and 30 days.
Hey, wait.
Must use Head and Shoulders for 30 days, as well as place Head and Shoulders in his background videos for the next week. What do we think? Just one Head and Shoulders in the back. Boom. I think that plus exorbitant that he should also do the rap about Head and Shoulders. Oh, rap? Yes, the 3-minute rap plus using Head and Shoulders for a month plus product placement.
Wait, and one more thing. He has to go to the grocery store and he has to fill hand carts with Head and Shoulders completely full, and he has to buy all of them. He has to.
Yes. Film himself doing that. Yes. Oh no.
No. Yes. Yes. What are you at, Trey? What are you at?
1.6.
Yes, I got 1.6.
It's a tie. Oh no. Okay. I think we call it a tie. Come on. I think we call it a tie. And we've established that punishment. Now, for Tree's punishment, clearly the AB album, but we also need.
I'm not the sole loser. There's no.
No, you both get punished equally. It's a tie. Oh no, you can negotiate one of those things.
Yeah, I'll do. I don't want to give money Head and Shoulders. I'll
1.7.
I'll buy him out.
I'll do the rap.
Oh no! Wait. Tree's at 1.7 now.
Oh, he is. Yes.
Somebody threw it. Okay, so now we're back to Tree's punishment.
Somebody save me, please.
Must do a live stream of this, as well. And another.
Yes.
Okay, look. You're at time. God dang tongues.
Nope.
No, Tree won. Tree won, clearly. Oh, Tree won?
Woo!
Okay. So, what we're going to do, AB album, for that, you have also purchase 10 of his albums and gift it to your 10 subscribers. That's what, yeah. You must gift 10 subscribers AB's album.
What?
That's what we're going to do. Absolutely. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. If you would like to be one of the 10 right now in Tree's chat, I need you to comment 1. I need you to comment 1 and finish.
I told you what was going to happen. You didn't believe me, and you ran your mouth.
I'm gonna come through for this stream now too. I'm gonna come through for this stream. I'm just letting you know.
I like the idea of seeing Tree. I want to see Tree hand out the albums like a man on the street segment.
I literally saw that happen.
Like a barker?
Yeah, and when he gives it to each person, he has to say, "This album represents who I am as a human being, and this is my gift to you."
Album.
Again, I would really.
I'm about to go type
hate
1
if
in your
donated
chat. I'm about to go type
$2,000.
1 in your chat right now. Let me go type 1 in your chat real quick. Hold up.
It was make it worse.
I think this is a great episode. I think we should wrap it up.
Great episode.
Anything
Absolutely.
happened?
Are you crazy?
I think this was everything.
What do we have? Let's just go around and wrap it up.
Yeah, I have a Chargers reaction video coming up later. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Great.
Yep.
Next.
Tonight I have a video coming out later too. Draft. Did somebody?
Yep.
Oh. How much? How much, Tom?
He donated $150. I'm at 18.
Oh, no, we're both tied. We're tied. It's a tie. Call it. Stop the
Double
count.
punishment.
Stop the count.
Okay. Knowing what you're doing, and now we're just adding in Tom's product placement, Head and Shoulders. Must get a full of Head and Shoulders and
I
buy
don't
all
see
those Head and
punishments because
Shoulders.
I'm not the sole loser. I thought
No,
I
it's still equal. It's still equal punishment because of the amount of money made.
Yeah.
So
So I buy a cart full of Head and Shoulders.
Heart full of Head and Shoulders.
Those little hand carts, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then you also put product placement right there. Head and
Tree,
Shoulders.
Tree, what are you at? Tree, what are you at?
We called it, buddy.
No, we did not.
We did call it.
We
We
did
called
not.
You did call.
Donated five.
Yes! Get out of here! Good night!
What is happening?
I remember. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it.
I remember when I came up with the idea of maybe doing a show.
He's over $2,000 now, baby!
How can I help Tom
Communism
Johnson make more money? Here we are.
It's the greatest
Success.
ever!
A complete
Communism's name out!
This is the Supreme Court for a right. This is a fixed
I think what we have seen here today
It's communism.
is a display of what you can. You know, for you time from one to a multitude.
to move. Communism doesn't work.
It's a movement that cannot be stopped. And we've now seen the power of communism at play. And because of this is going to be a soul urinating tree punishment day. Be tuning in. Let us know when we can expect this live stream.
I'm declaring this election. I am.
And also, let us know when you're going to be doing the giveaway.
Today. So guess what? I am going to
Let us know when you're doing the giveaway so I can
This is not
retweet it.
happening. This is fraudulent. I refuse the results of this election.
And guys, thank you for once again stopping by Clickbait Sports. We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week.
And hopefully that stream will all upload that stream.
Communism forever.
No.
Mm-hmm.